The voice playoffs consistently serve as a crucible, distinguishing proficient vocalists from those who are genuinely exceptional and memorable. In season 26, few performances have elicited as much excitement as Sydney Sterlace's poignant interpretation of Taylor Swift's Betty. Sydney presented a mesmerizing performance characterized by a distinctive vocal style that seamlessly integrates elements of folk, indie, and country music, captivating both the coaches and the audience. A perilous selection of musical composition with significant rewards. Interpreting a Taylor Swift composition is a formidable challenge, particularly one as lyrically intricate and emotionally nuanced as Betty. The composition from Swift's album Folklore is distinguished by its narrative depth and profound vulnerability, attributes that necessitate a vocalist to not only achieve accurate pitch, but also to fully inhabit the story being conveyed. Sydney, however, was more than adequately prepared to meet the challenge. During rehearsals, Sydney admitted she had been drawn to Betty because of its profoundly personal nature. There is an intriguing quality to Taylor's writing. It evokes the sensation that she is extracting thoughts directly from one's own mind, she remarked. When I sing this song, I am not merely delivering a performance. I am conveying a narrative that resonates with a multitude of individuals. Coach Gwen Stefani, who had mentored Sydney throughout the competition, promptly recognized her potential. Gwen remarked that Sydney possesses an extraordinary talent for rendering any melody as if it were uniquely her own. Betty is a challenging composition. It possesses a conversational tone and an intimate quality, and if the narrative is not effectively conveyed, it will fail to resonate. However, I have confidence in Sydney's sensibilities. The instant the stage fell silent. As the moment for the live performance approached, the sense of anticipation within the studio was unmistakable. The stage was illuminated with a gentle golden radiance, eliciting a sense of nostalgia and wistfulness that resonated with the essence of the song. As the initial harmonies of Betty resonated, Sydney inhaled deeply and commenced. From the initial line, it was evident that this performance would be one of the most remarkable highlights of the voice playoffs. Sydney's voice exuded a subtle confidence, embodying a nuanced equilibrium of vulnerability and strength that rendered each syllable profoundly personal. She was not merely vocalizing the lyrics, she was embodying that essence. As she approached the chorus, her voice ascended, imbued with regret, yearning, and the poignant hope that characterizes Betty. The audience, captivated by each note, maintained an absolute silence, devoid of murmurs or whispers, exhibiting pure and undivided attention. Coach Michael Bublé, renowned for his emotive responses, leaned forward, clearly affected by Sydney's exceptional storytelling prowess. Kelsey Ballerini nodded in agreement, evidently captivated by Sydney's ability to imbue the song with her unique artistic expression. A distinctive highlight of the evening. As the concluding notes dissipated into the atmosphere, the audience erupted in a fervent display of acclaim. The atmosphere in the room had transformed. Sydney had left an indelible mark that could not be overlooked. Gwen was the initial individual to respond. "Sydney, that was magical. You have bestowed upon Betty an entirely new existence. Your interpretation evoked a sensation akin to experiencing the song anew, as if I were hearing it for the very first time." Michael Bublé, renowned for his charisma and wit, was unable to restrain his enthusiasm. "Sydney, I believe that Taylor Swift would be greatly honored by that performance. You did not merely perform the song, you experienced it profoundly. Such is the practice of exceptional artists." Kelsey Ballerini, an artist in the country pop genre, contributed her thoughts to the discussion. "I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of that experience. What is particularly commendable about your approach is that you did not attempt to imitate Taylor. You paid tribute to the melody while simultaneously transforming it into a unique expression of your own artistry." John Legend, renowned for his astute critiques, articulated it succinctly. "Sydney, you possess a voice that captivates and draws people in. Not every artist can hold an audience in the center of their hand like that. You have unequivocally demonstrated your rightful place in this competition." The internet responds. The emergence of a viral phenomenon. Even prior to the conclusion of the live performance, Sydney's presentation was already generating significant buzz on the internet. Clips of her performance of Betty began to circulate on social media, eliciting commendations from admirers for her emotional depth and vocal mastery. A Twitter user expressed, "Sydney Sterlace has profoundly moved me to tears with her rendition of Betty. I require the complete studio version at your earliest convenience." Another posted, "Not exaggerating when I say Sydney's Betty performance is one of the best moments in the Voice playoffs history. Chills." Subsequently, the pinnacle moment occurred when Taylor Swift herself recognized the performance. "Sydney, you absolutely crushed this. Betty is in excellent care with you," Taylor tweeted, accompanied by a heart emoji. The internet experienced a significant surge in activity. Fans of both Swift and The Voice inundated social media platforms in Sydney with commendations, propelling her to ubiquitous prominence within a single night. The path forward. Is Sydney capable of achieving ultimate success? Through a performance reminiscent of Betty, Sydney has established herself as a formidable contender for the title of champion in Season 26 of The Voice. Her capacity to engage with the audience on a profound emotive level distinguishes her from her peers, and as the competition approaches its culmination, all attention is directed toward her. Coach Gwen Stefani is increasingly resolute in her commitment to assist Sydney in achieving her goal of crossing the finish line. She possesses exceptional talent, a profound passion, and remarkable artistry, Gwen remarked during an interview following the performance. It is now imperative to maintain that momentum and ensure that the world recognizes her exceptional qualities. For Sydney, the expedition is merely commencing. With her name now prominently featured in the public eye, she possesses the opportunity not only to secure victory on The Voice, but also to establish a sustainable career in the music industry. Whether expressed through poignant melodies, personal folk narratives, or innovative genre-blending compositions, it is unequivocal that Sydney Sterlace has discovered her authentic voice, and the world is attuned to her artistry.